Hey, hi all, I'm Dee and welcome to Dee Code's YouTube channel. So, in this video, in this session, live session, I'm going to be talking about um, TCS round 1, okay? So, I've not talked about this yet. So, I just wanted to talk about various things in this particular one. And those are, so aptitude weightages, and then coding questions, topic asked, what you need to prepare if you've got these in your upcoming sessions, I mean upcoming slots and all, expected cutoff for this, actual questions, and then some technical interview stuff. I'll be explaining you all of this, so please do watch this till the end. I'll be telling you about the cutoff and all, actual questions I'll be solving. Okay, now let me just sign into the chat so that I can converse with you people. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. So let me just wait 2 to 3 minutes for some people to join. Fine. So please, yeah, I'll be starting the session in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So please do wait. Okay, I'll be joining, guys. I'll be answering your question. Let me just wait for some people to join. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. People have joined. Some people have joined. Okay. When did I expect the result? So it will take so much of time, Shona. So you'll have to wait for it. It can even take like 2 weeks, because for initial, when people attended it initially, it only took some time to get the other next round's mail. But now it's taking a long time. I've conversed with a few candidates who have been waiting after SBAR. They have not received it yet. That means it will take some time for you. Okay, so you'll have to wait furthermore 5 to 7 days. Okay, okay, fine. So, first of all, let me talk about the actual pattern. Okay, so this is what they are asking, right? So you all know this. So 20 questions, numerical ability, have to be solved under 25 minutes. Okay, so there is a sectional timing but not question timing. So sectional cutoff do exist in aptitude. So each section, numerical ability, logical, verbal, all of these sectional cutoffs do exist. Okay, and then with respect to logical reasoning, 20 questions, 25 minutes, same as numerical ability also. And then verbal ability, 25 questions, 25 minutes, done. And then advanced numerical and logical, they'll be asking, this is a standard one, 14 to 15 questions under 25 minutes. So mostly this will be TITA type, that is type in the answer type, that is a fill in the blank type only. So mostly you'll not be having any MCQs. So most of the questions will be TITA. And then advanced coding, it's going to be for like 2 questions under 90 minutes. Okay, so this is actually the pattern now. From October 3, October 4, October 5, many slots are completed. So in which, from which area the questions are being concentrated on, from which area they're asking it. Okay, if you look at this, so till now the slots that have been completed, this is what has been asked in the numerical ability part. So percentages, so all of these questions, in some slots the foundational section is more difficult than the advanced section. In some slots, foundational section is dead easy. Okay, so slot by slot there is a variation. Okay, and you can't expect you'll be getting questions only from this. So this is the so far observation. You can concentrate on this first, and you can cover other aptitudes also. But if you're studying for your upcoming slots and all, please do concentrate on these first of all. So basic percentages questions, profit and loss questions, simple and compound interest. I have some actual questions. So after I discuss, you will know how simple some of these questions are. Okay, partnership questions. Okay, this is their investment and how much profit they'll be getting from the share. Okay, investment, profit share kind of questions, and then probability, statistics. Even statistics are being asked. Okay, this is most common. Teachers usually ask statistics. Here also statistics is being asked. And then mixture and allegations, simplification, quadratic equations, time, speed, distance. Type in the answer type question, you'll be getting at least one, mostly only one question, 1 to 2 I would say. And then averages, time and work, weight and volume. Okay, so this mostly comes under mensuration part, but still, yeah, these kind of questions have been asked in the numerical ability part. Okay, so numerical ability part, 20 questions, right? 20 questions have to be solved under 25 minutes. Since calculator is being provided, you can easily go on with this. You can easily solve this with the help of the calculator. You don't have to do the complex calculations by yourself. Okay, I would say you have to get at least 12 plus questions right for this. Okay, I always, this is the cutoff for numerical ability. Sectional cutoff do exist. This is how I take 20 divided by 2, it's 10, plus at least plus 2 or plus 4. Okay, so at least 12 or 14 questions, get it right. Okay, so this is the cutoff for numerical ability that I wanted to answer. Okay, so please do practice all of these. First of all, start with the formula, and then move on to various models that are being asked, and then practice previous year questions also. Practice previous year questions, previous slot questions, because chances of getting repeated questions, yeah, there are chances. So you'll have to be prepared in this way. Fine, so this is the respect to numerical ability. And then logical reasoning. So logical reasoning, 20 questions, 25 minutes. I would say numerical ability, it's kind of medium questions were asked. I would say pretty medium, and a logical reasoning also easy to medium questions have been asked so far. Okay, so yeah, so in this particular thing, pattern based, like incorrect pairs. Okay, they'll be giving you pair, like 4 options as pairs, and you have to find which pair is incorrect. There is like a pattern going on between them, among them. So you'll have to assess that. And then image based pattern questions, image based pattern type questions, the same thing but with an image, it can also be asked. And with respect to seating arrangement, so far circular seating arrangement, parallel seating arrangement has been commonly asked. Okay, so if you have attended in the previous slots and if you've got any different kinds of questions other than this, please do upload it in the comment chat, it will be useful. Okay, so like parallel arrangement, circular seating arrangement, and then sometimes linear arrangement questions are also asked. Okay, and odd one out kind of questions. So here you can expect letter patterns, alphabet patterns, number patterns. Okay, letter patterns, number patterns, they'll be giving some kind of pattern and one will be odd. You'll have to find that out. Syllogism, blood relation, coding, decoding. For some slot it has been asked, for some slot it has not been asked. That means you'll have to prepare it no matter what. Syllogism, blood relation, puzzle kind of questions, data sufficiency. They'll be giving you statements, and 2 statements, and they'll be asking you, is this sufficient in order to find the particular answer. It is data sufficiency. And type in the answer, mostly 1 or 2 questions only. Mostly only 1 question will be asked. Distance and direction. Okay, so questions, logical reasoning, so far these kind of topics from questions from these kind of topics have been asked. Okay, this is with respect to logical reasoning. For logical reasoning, so it's going to be pretty easy for you. So they'll be expecting at least 14 questions to be right. Okay, 14 plus questions. Okay, let me come to the chat and see if we've got any queries. Okay, Neymar, hello ma'am, hello Neymar. I gave TCS NQT exam day before yesterday. Ma'am, when will we get results? Okay, TCS results usually take 7 to 10 days, in that range. Okay, so it takes some time. So you can wait for a week. Okay, week to 10 days, and you'll be receiving that. In the meantime, please do prepare for the technical interview because that is going to be the next round for you. Okay, Neymar? Hrithik Raj. Only 7 questions in numerical ability, but other than this, I do all questions and one coding with all test cases. Can I get call for interview? Okay, Hrithik, I'm answering your question. Please don't spam. Um, okay, so with respect to this, 7 questions you've only answered, and that is the only shortcoming. Just because you solve 7 questions, they're not gonna reject you mostly, since you've done since you've done other than that well. Mostly you'll get the call for the interview, Hrithik Raj. Okay. When can be phase 2? Okay, so there are no updates regarding this. Okay, so when I get an update, I'll definitely let you know. I'll have to do some research on that part. I've not gotten any update regarding it. So phase 2, mostly it can be like, I don't want to give any wrong information, but I'll do some research and I'll put up a separate video for you people also regarding that. Okay, just do it in Sahana. Okay. So is there any chance for digital role? Compile both the coding questions. Second one test case executed. Is there any chance for digital role? So to be selected in digital role, yeah, I'll be talking about that only. So what kind of thing? So for digital role, 1.5 questions would mostly be enough for you. But okay, let me just. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this session also. So please do watch this. Okay. And then comes the verbal ability part. So with respect to verbal ability part, you'll have to be concentrating on these. So mostly they ask reading comprehension questions a lot. Okay, that means you can expect 5 to 7 questions just from this reading comprehension part. So you need to be prepared for it. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you need to prepare for para jumbles also, error spotting, convert into formal language, fill ups, find the missing sentence, assumptions, synonym, antonym, meaning replacement. Okay, so they mostly are synonym or antonym, meaning replacement. So they'll be giving a meaning for a particular word, and you'll have to choose the word from the option which goes with the meaning. Find the missing sentence, assumptions, fill in the blanks kind of questions can also be asked with respect to grammar. Some kind of informal language to formal language conversion, error spotting, it's very important. These kind of questions can also be asked mostly, so you can expect 5 to 7 questions from this. Please do give more importance to this. So either all of this you can expect like 2 to 3 questions. Okay, even error spotting you can expect 4 to 5 questions also. If you calculate that, you'll be getting like 25 questions in total. Okay, this is with respect to this. With respect to advanced coding and all, okay, with respect to advanced coding, 5 to 6 questions are going to be from numerical part only. So all of these will mostly be TITA, type in the answer type of questions. Okay, so you'll have to concentrate a lot on that. They will not be giving you any options to choose from, so you'll have to be precise in calculating the answer. Remaining are all going to be logical reasoning only. So if you've got in the upcoming days and all, you can see that you'll be getting questions from data interpretation, number systems, ages, time and work, logarithms. They mostly ask logarithms in the advanced, so please to be prepared on that. Advanced mensuration, quadratic equations, these are all very important that you need to focus on. Okay, so to everyone who's asking regarding this, okay, okay, let me answer some questions. Ma'am, one code passed 6 out of 7, another 5 out of 7. I didn't give much in aptitude. Okay, so if you're asking about Okay, so if you're asking about this, like digital or a ninja or which kind of role Neymar, I would say you didn't give much in aptitude. So to get selected for at least ninja, you should have at least attended these many questions. Like yeah, here is the expected cutoff. So the expected cutoff for each of these, so calculated by yourself, with respect to what I'm telling, I would say 12 plus questions is on safer side. Logical reasoning 14 plus questions to be on safer side, but 10 above 10 itself is good for this. Above like 11 or 12 itself is good for this. And then verbal ability, I would say 16 questions, but if you've done also 14 to 15 questions, that's enough. And then with respect to advanced numerical and all, 7 to 8 is good enough, but I would say to be on safer side 9 plus. And with respect to coding, one full coding and one partial coding is good enough. um, but to be selected in ninja, you should just be doing very well in foundational part alone. So if in foundational part, if you've got 12 plus right, 14 plus right, and 16 plus right, you will be selected for ninja. But to be selected for digital, you'll have to done so this plus you should have done good in advanced numerical, 7 to 8 questions nicely, or 9 plus questions, and then one full code and one partial code is enough for digital. And for prime and all, they'll be expecting more from these two parts. That is, if you've done two questions completely, very good enough for you, will be selected in prime. And if you've done like 10 plus questions right, you'll be selected in prime. I hope you got the answer with this. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about the cutoff only. Regarding phase 2, I'll be telling you people about that. Okay. Cutoff Deepak Singh, I just now told the cutoff. And then if you're asking a question, Yogesh Tiwari, please ask your question in English, kindly. Okay. Ravindra Kanchu, I saw 7 questions in numerical ability. Other sections are good. One coding question completely, second coding question, 6 discusses. Can I get a call? Yeah, mostly you'll be getting a call. If you've done very well in logical reasoning and verbal ability part, they'll mostly overlook the numerical ability part. Okay, and if you've done very well in coding, so mostly you can get selected for the interview, Ravindra. Devil guy. Okay. Okay, in apti 5 questions correct. I solved 4 test cases in code. Please kindly tell ma'am for ninja. Okay, so for ninja, since you've solved only 5 questions, tell me about your numerical ability part, quantitative, logical reasoning part, and verbal ability. Please do elaborate on that. Okay, if you can ever elaborate, devil guy, then I can surely answer. Okay, like the info you gave is not kind of enough. Okay. Okay, Ravindra Kancha, I already answered your question. Okay, now, okay, so I talked about this. So after this, definitely within a week to 10 days, you'll be getting your technical interview mail, guys. Okay, and if you want to ace your technical interview, because for TCS, it's kind of, I would say, difficulty level is high for technical interview and all. So if you want to ace this, then one-on-one mock interview is available from me, and that is going to be under the cost of only rupees 99. Okay, so one-on-one mock interview. I also got technical interview materials with me. Okay, if you've seen my previous sessions regarding cognizant and all, I've prepared some material, so much of materials, and those materials are common for all the companies, all service based companies. Okay, so those materials you can also avail by becoming a member. And then technical interview, one-on-one mock interview is available from my side. That is only at 99. And how can you avail this is that, so in the description box I have given a link to the Telegram group. Okay, so you can join the Telegram group and you can message me that you are interested for the interview, and my team will be contacting you regarding it. Okay, so we'll be talking about the payment details from that point, and we can also talk about the like a time and date on which we can schedule the interview for you. Okay, so these will all be discussed under that part only. Okay, so this will be really useful for you. If you're done with this, you can definitely avail this technical interview, mock interview, and you can prepare for it. Okay, I hope you got this point ahead. And let me show you my channel a bit. This is my channel, Decodes. The purpose of this channel is to be useful for others who are all preparing for their interview so that they can get to the next steps of their lives. So my team and I have been consistently uploading various resources, various contents on. If you go to my like playlists, various companies preparation resources are available over here. For example, Cognizant, Hexaware, Accenture, Wipro, LTI Mindtree, Zoho. Hiring updates is also available over here. Renault is on, okay, and some general contents like this to improve your English part also. So it will be really useful for you. So please do subscribe, like, and share my content and share it with your friends. And like there is also an opportunity to join as a member. So if you join as a member, these are all the perks that are available. Okay, the kind of perks that you get are like there are 4 levels: supporter, knowledge seeker, pro coder, and insider. So if you've completed your TCS, Cognizant, LTI Mindtree interview or anything, if you like rounds and all, and if you're waiting for the interview, you can avail this from me. For the materials that I work with, all the materials that I have, it will be available for free for you if you join as a member, and that is available in 4 steps. You can choose any one of these. Fine. So you can read out the perks, so perks and all, and you'll be priority reply to comments will be getting by you and everything. Okay. So please do give it like an exploration. And now, Aniket, okay, devil guy, Apti max 5 to 6 question, verbal max 10 or 9, reasoning max 7 to 9, coding 4 test cases passed is possible to get ninja. Okay, so devil guy, as I already told you before, for aptitude, so out of 20 questions, at least 7 plus questions should be right. For verbal, out of 25 questions, I at least 14 plus questions, 12 to 14 plus questions. Reasoning, at least 7 to 8 or 10, 8 plus questions. And for coding, like for ninja, this itself is enough. For ninja, they only look at the what is that, they only look at the foundational section, they don't look at the advanced section. So with this, the chances of you getting selected are pretty low only because of the number of questions that you have solved. Okay, for ninja, they expect it to be in that range. So I hope you got your answer. SMB, first shift, I passed all my test cases in second question. Medium one, but failed for first question due to single extra C out. My apti was great. Please tell me about it. Can I get a chance of digital at least? If you've done very well in apti, all the foundational and advanced part, and at least one coding, that is enough for you to get selected in digital SMB. Okay. Aniket, one coding question, second question I passed two test skills, public, will I get digital? Yeah, tell me about your advanced section aptitudes and foundational section aptitude, Aniket. Whether I can answer you, please do be elaborate on that so that I can answer. Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Now let me just go up and solve some questions for you people. Yeah, these were all the kind of questions that was asked. You can just go on and prepare with this. So if you know the answer for this, you can definitely put it in the chat, and I will be solving this question also for you. Okay, so this is kind of like a proportion kind of question. So these do follow a pattern. Okay, so proportionate with what can you find over here? Right, if you look at this, now N is actually the 14th letter. Okay, and J is actually minus 7. It is actually 7. P is actually the 16th letter, and H is actually the 8th letter. The difference is actually 8. Okay, Like you can see the difference, or it's actually divided by 2, 8. R is actually the 18th letter and I is the 9th letter, so it's like 9. 10 is actually 20th and this is 10th and this is 10 also. If you take this one, LXTP, if you take that, okay, if you take LXTP, no, what you can find from this exactly is that L is actually the 12th letter, X is 24th, this is 20th, and this is 16th. You can find that. So now if you divide off all of these by 2, you will be getting 6, 12, 10, 8. Sixth letter is actually F, the 12th letter 12L, 10th letter is actually J, 8th letter is actually H. So the answer is F, L, J, H. So you need to find the relationship between these two. So 14 divided by 2, you are getting it as 7, or 14 minus 7 is 7. So in the exact same way, 12 minus 6, or 12 by 2 is 6. 24 by 2 is 12. So you need to find that particular number letter. The answer is FLJH. Okay, now let's get to the next one. I hope you understand this. This is how it is exactly solved, I mean. Okay. Now let me get into the next question. And that is this. If you look at this, you can see that J, K, L, M, N, O. So these are all the next letters. Okay, the next letter of J is K. Then K is L. L is M. M is N. N is O. If you take D, you are skipping one letter and going to F. D, E, F. Okay, and here it should be, okay, F, G, H. But here it is I, so there is some kind of wrongness over here. Let's just say J, K, L. L, M, N. So you're skipping one letter and going over here. So here you should have skipped one letter and gone over to H. And that's how here it will be H, I, J. Right. So here there is some kind of ambiguity. So this would be the answer. Okay. So here you can see last letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. That is proper. The middle letter only is the wrong one. So the answer is L, I, J. Okay. Now let's go to this question. So this has been asked, I guess, like one of the candidates gave it to me during like October 3rd slot, I guess. There are miscellaneous questions also. So this is like from October 3rd, the slot is not really defined. Throughout the day, what kind of questions I could get from the memory, I got this. Okay, now let's just get into this. So here they are telling that A and B invested 20,000 and 40,000. Okay, the total profit is 15,000. A gets his share plus salary 7,000, amount of A's salary. Okay, now let's solve this particular one. It's pretty easy, as you can see. If you just look over this question, you can see that the total investment, what is the total investment over here? The total investment is actually investment of A plus investment of B, and that is 20,000 plus 40,000, which is equal to 60,000. Yeah. Now you can find the investment ratio from this, right? So A's investment ratio is what is the investment done by A? That is 20,000 divided by total investment is 60,000. So the answer is 1 by 3. Similarly, B's investment ratio is what is investment done by B? 40,000 divided by 60,000, that is the total investment, and that is equal to 2 by 3. 2/3 of the investment is done by B, 1/3 of the investment is done by A. Now, what is the total profit? Total profit equal to 15,000, right? Now, we have to find A's share without the salary. So what is A's share? It is actually 1/3 of the share is by A. And what is the profit of A? Like A's profit share, and that is equal to 1/3 into 15,000, which is equal to 5,000, right? Now with this profit, he is getting a salary, and that totals to 7,000. A gets his share plus salary 7,000, and that is, share is actually the profit. Profit plus salary equal to 7,000. So what is his salary? 7,000 minus 5,000, and that is 2,000. They are asking A's salary, and that is 2,000. Okay, this is with respect to this question. Now let me just, you're welcome SMB. Reply my question, ma'am. Possibility. Okay. Okay, if you've not cleared today's TCS NQT, yes, you can apply off campus. There is no problem regarding that. Okay, they'll definitely allow you to attend on off campus if you've not cleared today's round also. Okay. Aniket, aptitude is good. Above 13 all sections. Okay, so above 13 all sections is pretty good for you to get into digital. Okay, one coding question, second coding question, pass 2 cases public, then that is pretty good for you to get selected in digital. Okay, Aniket. Okay, Abai. Cognizant, I have solved 5 questions of coding, but my aptitude was not so good. Is there any chance? Okay, so 5 questions of coding is pretty good, and they also look at aptitude also. If you've not done it really good, if then that could decrease your overall score. So mostly you can get Gen C, but if it is like really bad, then you cannot expect Gen C also. Okay, bye. So if it is okayish, then you can expect Gen C. But since you've done good in coding, they can consider that. They'll consider that mostly, and mostly you can get Gen C. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, let me just. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now let me just go over to the next question, and that is, yeah, principal amount is 2,760, compound interest rate is 5%, and time is 5 years. We have to find the total amount. Okay, now we know that amount is equal to, the formula for amount in compound interest is P into 1 plus R by N the whole power NT. Now N is actually has to be taken annually over here. So the formula is 1 plus R the whole power T. Okay. Principal amount is 2,760. 1 plus rate of interest is 5%. So 5 by 100. Whole power T is 5. So here you can see 2,760 into 105 by 100 the whole power 5. 2,760 into 1.05 the whole power 5. And if you solve this, you will be getting 2,760 into 1.27, something like that. You can use the calculator provided by TCS, and the final answer would be 3522, and that is the amount. Okay, this is the amount. Okay, now in this question they've given the difference between simple interest and compound interest to be 20,000 with 10% rate for 3 years. Okay, so no, we have to find the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Principal amount is 20,000, rate is 10%, number of years is 3. Now let's get into this. Simple interest is actually PRT. So principal amount is 20,000, rate of interest is actually 10, that is 10 by 100, 0.1 into 3. So here you will be getting the answer as 6,000. Okay. So to find the compound interest, the formula is actually A minus P. Okay, so we have to find the amount first of all, and then this amount is equal to P into 1 plus R the whole power T. So principal amount is 20,000 into 1 plus r is 0.1, the whole power t is 3. So if you solve this, you'll be getting the answer as 26,620. And we have to find the compound interest, and that is 26,620 minus 20,000, and that is 6,620. And the simple interest is 6,000, compound interest is 6,620. Simple interest, compound interest minus simple interest, the difference is 620 rupees. Okay, let's get into the next one. Here we have to find the LCM of 1845, 408 and 255. So actually, like when they ask the direct LCM questions such as this, what you can do is, so if you go on and calculate this like this, 1845, 408, 255, this is complex number, so it can take a lot of time for you. But okay, so I would not suggest this for this. Okay, what I would suggest is, they would have given you 4 options, right? And if you understand the concept of LCM really well, you can easily solve this in a shortcut way. And that is, so what is exactly an LCM? So LCM is actually a number. Let's take that as x. So these numbers are going to be dividing that equally, right? X by 45, x by 408, x is LCM guys, x by 255. So these number, you can take this and divide each of the options, okay? And the LCM for these 4 numbers are actually 6120. You can do that quickly. So even at least one number will not be dividing the options, right? So you can easily find it in that way. Okay. So these were all some of the aptitude questions that were asked: logical reasoning, aptitude, numerical ability. For a verbal, I'll be coming up with a separate video tomorrow. Now let's see about the coding questions. Okay. So for coding questions, what you should concentrate on is, so 2 questions totally, right? One question is from number or mathematics, I would say, mathematical question, and another question is mostly from array or string. So these both, so this is very easy question, this is medium question. So coding for this phase 1 has been like really easy. Okay, this is how you should be preparing. Cover the mathematical part, and then you can go on with the array and string parts and all. Okay. Okay, possibility, I already answered your question that if you have not done today well also, they will be allowing you for TCS off campus. Please do watch this session. I already answered your question. Okay. Okay, Adit Krishna, one code fully, other one 5 test cases passed. Did good in aptitude part as well as numerical ability. What role I will get, ma'am? Okay. You will mostly be getting digital. Okay, you don't have to be sad, because for digital they expect at least one code fully and other at least half. Okay, even if you've done only one code also, they'll be mostly selecting you for digital. For prime, they expect all of the 2 codes to be correct, but if you've solved one of the codes correct, you can get into digital, and you've done good in aptitude part also, so you will definitely be getting digital. Okay, Moinak, the answer is correct, 620. Nice. TCS result when will be declared? So it can mostly be declared within 5 to 7 days. You can expect the result. Okay, not they'll not delay that also. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now let me just go over the coding questions. Okay, so excuse me. In this particular question, they've given the length of the train to be 400 meter and length of the bridge is 400 meters. Okay, we have to take the speed as the input, and we have to find the, so the speed value like lies between 1 and 200. We have to calculate the time in seconds. Okay, so what is the formula for time? This is a coding question, guys. This is just like aptitude. Okay, so what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to a distance by time. So what is time? Time is equal to distance by speed. Okay, so they've given the distance. Distance is actually you'll have to sum both of these, length of the train plus length of the bridge, and that is 800 meters. So 400 plus 400 is 800 meters, but the speed is only given in kilometer per hour. Okay, so in the input, in the output, if they are expecting the output in kilometer itself or meter, you will have to either one of these, you will have to do the conversion anyways. This is for example, the value of speed is like 50 kilometer per hour. Okay, you'll have to convert this. Let's say the output is actually in seconds. Kilometer per hour to meter per second, you'll have to do into 5 by 18, right? And you can convert this and put this and you can get the answer definitely. Now, this is a very simple code. Let me show up the code for you. Okay, where is the code? Yeah. Yeah. So here, the train length and bridge length, you'll have to take those in integers. That is going to be standard 400. They've given that for you. So with this, you can calculate the total distance and you can add both of these up and you can put that in the total distance. Now you need to get the scanner input. Actually, yeah, you can even put the scanner in. This one cause a problem. Yeah, so you can put the scanner input and get the input. That is in speed scanner.nextint, and they've told that the speed is going to be in the range of 1 to 1 and 200. So below that or above that, you should not accept it basically. So this is kind of like an HK. Then it is an invalid speed. Speed should be between 1 and 200. Else, first of all, we can convert the speed to meter per second. And the formula for this is into 1000 by 3600.0 time. So time can be even in decimal also, point. So I'm taking it as double over here. And so what is time? Time is total distance by speed in meters per second, and if you divide that, you can get the answer. Okay, so let me just run this one up for you. Yeah, let's say the speed is actually 100 and time to cross the bridge actually takes 28.80 seconds. Okay, so this is pretty much correct. This is the what you can do it, very easy only. Okay, now let me just go to the next question. Yeah, this kind of question is pretty you can solve it in many ways, but yeah, I would, let me just tell you. So they've given this kind of input. Day 1 exercise duration 25 seconds. Okay, 25, not seconds, 25. Day 2 exercise duration 26. Day 3. So for 7 days they've given you some time, total minutes. I'm sorry, it's not seconds, it's minutes. 25, 26, 23 minutes and these minutes. So with these values, what you'll have to do is, you will have to find the sum and average. Very, very simple question. If you are good in aptitude, like if you know the basics of aptitude itself, you can easily solve one coding question. Yeah, you get it, right? Now, this is pretty much very easy kind of question. Let me just give you the code. Yeah, the code is over here. So we are going to take the scanner class. So total minutes initially it's going to be 0 because we are taking it as the sum, and the total number of days is actually 7. What we are going to do is, we are going to take an array basically, and the duration is going to be, we are going to store the duration in an array. Okay, we are going to store the duration basically in an array, durations array, integer array. And now we are going to iterate through the number of days, and that is 7, and then we are going to take these numbers as the input like this. Okay, this is how you will be entering the input also. Okay, now while getting these numbers 25, 26, 23 itself, you are just adding that particular number to the total minutes. Okay, so durations of I, it is going to take at 0th index, it will have 25, first index 26, second index 0th for second 23, fourth 15. So it will have this. So in total minutes, we're just summing all of these up. Okay, so you got the total minutes at the end of this for loop, and for average minutes, you're going to divide that by the days. So it can be sometimes in dot also. Like you can get that in a floating point, like point. So that's why we're taking double over here. And then you need to have the output like this only. After point, only one digit should be there. So you're taking dot 1f kind of printing over here, printf, using printf. Okay, now let's just run this and let's just, so I've already given the same input and gotten the answer as 185 and 26.4. okay, yeah. Now let me just go to the next one. Yeah, and they've even asked perfect number code. So for one of the coding question, you can easily solve by just solving the, if you're good in basic aptitude, you will be getting the basic questions from that, or even number systems. So what do I mean by numbers? Fibonacci series, factorials, perfect numbers, LCM, GCD, all of these. Okay, so they will not directly ask you to give the code for perfect number. So here is a scenario. Like what they'll be giving you is actually some kind of story and a scenario. You will have to understand from that that they are asking the perfect number only, and that will be usually easily identifiable. Okay, yeah, let me just explain that one up for you. So yeah, basically you're giving a scenario like you are donating for people. Yeah, like you are getting the donation from the people. They can donate any amount. Okay, they can donate any amount only if the donation amount is the, I mean, what they're trying to say is you are getting the donation from the people. They can donate any amount. So if the amount is a perfect amount, then we should return true, else we should return false. Okay, so fine. So what they're trying to say is, so you are asked to take a donation from people. The people can donate any amount. If the donation amount is the perfect amount, then return true, else return false, and suggest any adjustment required in the donation amount. Fine. So they can donate only if the number is a perfect number. If not, we'll have to make some adjustments for them. So what is a perfect number exactly? Let's take 28. What are all the factors of 28? 1, 2, 4, 7, right? So how can you find the 28? Yeah, 1, 2, 4 and 7 are the factors. So, like 1, and we've got like 1, right? So if you sum all of these, 7 plus 4 plus, and you can also take 14 itself to be a factor, because 1, 2, 4, 7, 14. 14 2s are 28, 7 4s are 28, right? So up to half of that number you'll have to take, and if you add all of this, you're going to get the 28. So what it is that the factors of the number up to half of the number, it is going to be, if you sum all of those up, you'll have to get 28, and that is a perfect number. Okay, so here is a code for that one. So what we are going to do is we are just going to return if it is true or false. So so in the scanner class, you're going to take the input, and then you're taking the input of the number, and you're just writing in the if condition, you're just writing a function. You're going to return it. If it is going to be true, is perfect is going to be true, you're going to return it's a perfect number. If not, it's not a perfect number. Is perfect, it's going to return a boolean value, public static. Okay, it's going to take the number as the input, and now we are going to find the sum. So up to which we are going to take, I already told you, from the 1 to half of the number, we're just going to divide the particular number by I. I is going to be everything up to the half of the number. If it divides equally, then that is a factor, and we're just going to add to the sum. So sum is going to be having the particular number 28 or anything. So if it is going to be equal, if sum is equal to number, it will return true. If not, it will return false. Let me just run this one. So if you're giving like it is as 28, yeah, let me just run this one up. Yeah, if it is like 28, then 28 is a perfect number. Let me just run this one up again. Let's check some other number. let's take 5. 5 is not a perfect number. Okay, so this is with respect to this. Now let's just go to the next question. So far I've told you one of the questions can be easy like this. Then some other questions. So in this questions, what they're telling is, in the input, you're going to get these value: apple, banana, orange, apple. In the output, what you'll have to do is, you'll have to get the output as, so apple, the total number of times it occurs is 2. That should be there. Banana, the total number of time it has occurred is once. So 1. Orange has occurred 1. So 1. So your output should be like this. If the output contains anything other than a word string like this, then you should return invalid input. How can you go on about solving this? Let me just show that work for you. Yeah, in this particular one, you can see that I have taken, yeah, so in the main function, we are getting the input. Okay, so the input should be like this only, separated by space. Now, in the result, what we are going to do is, we are going to count frequency function that's being called, and we are passing the input. What this count frequency function does is, it is just going to count the frequency of each and every space. I mean, each and every string. So we are just going to first split it into a string array, and we are initializing a hash map. Okay, and we are initializing a hash map over here. So this hash map, we are passing each of these items into this hash map, and this particular one, it will be very helpful for us in finding the particular. If it is a number, then it's going to return invalid input. If not, if everything is proper, we're just going to put that inside the hash map. Okay, we're just going to put the item at a particular frequency, okay, at the particular number. So frequency count, fine. This is how it is going to be. But hash map, so if I'm just going to run this, what hash map does is, let's say I'm putting apple, apple, banana, banana, orange. Let me just copy this one up. Let me just run this one. Oh my god. Yeah, we are getting banana 2, orange 1, apple 2. Let me run this one again. So banana, orange, apple. Let me run this one again. Yeah, you're not getting this in the order as apple, banana, and orange itself. So hash map will return only randomly. So instead of hash map, what you can do to get the output in this order: apple to banana to orange one. If you know that, please put it in the comment chat. This is a question for you people. Okay, what other data structure can you use? Okay. Completed both codes successfully, but only 5 aptitude out of 20 is correct. Rest of luck I get. Okay, so aptitude sectional cutoff is very important also. But if you've done code pretty good, then they might consider that. Yeah, you mostly might get selected. Okay, coding panda. Ma'am, they will send the list to the college and also the mail. Yes, they will send the list to the college. Mostly they will be getting the list through your college and also mail. Both of these will be done. Okay. Okay, Moinak. First question passed 5 test cases and second one passed 1 test case only. Ninja Digital Prime. Yeah, mostly you can get digital, because if you've done one coding question for digital, you should have got one coding question completely. Only they'll consider digital. You've done 5 test cases correctly. Then that means Ninja 60% you can get Ninja, 40% digital chance. Last in conductor, 6 out of 7 test cases for both problems and did average you to get prime. For prime, they expect mostly two of the coding questions to be completely correct. But since you've shot only by one test case, mostly you can expect prime. But you will definitely get digital. But chances of getting prime, let's see, you will get prime, but the chances kind of, I would say, not 100%. But you'll definitely get digital last in conductor, okay? Yeah, okay, let me just go to the next question. Then in this question, we'll have to find the palindrome numbers in the range of A to B. Okay, so between 100 and 150, we have all of these palindromic numbers. So which um, logic can you follow is that I have followed this one over here. And that is in the main function, I've taken these two numbers. So I've not taken scanner class. I just, for example purpose, I've done this. So, I'm giving this to find palindromes. This find palindrome function will iterate from A to B, and it's going to find the palindrome. So, is palindrome function, once again, it's going to actually find the palindrome. Okay, so is palindrome in the case, I'm going to convert all of these numbers, integers, into string. Okay, and I'm going to and I'm going to compare the character. Okay, so if it is like 1001, 1 will be compared with 1, 0 will be compared with 0, like that. So in this way, no matter what number is given, you can get the output. Okay, so this is going to compare it like that. If it is not same and all, it will return false. At the end, it will return true. So you can find the palindrome and print. So I'll just run this one up for you. So let's say the palindromes between 100 and 200. Okay. Yeah, between 100 and 200, you've got all of these kinds of palindromes. Let's say between 1000 and 2000. Even if you increase the digits, you can still get it. Yeah, this is going to be the output, because I've converted this number into a string and I've calculated this. Okay, so this is with regards to this. Yeah, I've covered all of these. So in this particular session, we saw about aptitude, weightage, coding questions. So weightage, I talked in detail about that. Also expected cutoff, I told you guys the expected cutoff. So for Ninja, they'll be expecting out of 20 questions, 12 plus questions. For this, 14 plus questions, or 12 to 14 plus questions. For this, 15 plus questions. Okay, so this is to be get selected in Ninja. They don't look at the coding part, but this plus, if for digital part, you can expect 7 to 8 questions to be correct from this, and at least one questions completely solved means you'll get digital. But if you've done all of this well, plus 2 questions correctly solved with all test cases passed, then you can get prime. Okay, I talked about the numerical ability, commonly asked topics in the recent slots, logical reasoning, verbal ability, advanced, and then coding also. Okay, with and I also talked about the mock interview. I've got the materials for technical interview preparation available only for members, and mock interview for technical interview practice available only for available if you avail it at rupees 99. So if you look at this, the steps to avail this is, you can join the Telegram group in the description box, and you can message me that you're interested in the group, and I'll contact you. My team will mostly contact you. So this is with regards to this. I also solved some of the most commonly asked in the recent slots, coding questions included. I solved all of these up. So this is done. I'm done for this session. Let me just answer some question. Yes, last and conducted tree map is actually correct. Okay. Will they send the mail? Yes, they'll send the mail also. Both Moina Croy, both mail and through college. Both will be done. That was how it was for 2024 batch. Okay, so yeah, average guy, you can just refer to the session for the answer. But let me just, less amount of aptitude means that the less amount of aptitude, one coding question, second question pass 6 out of 7. Yeah, mostly you can expect the ninja or digital role. But just now I talked about the cutoff. You can refer to that. Okay, this is all for the session. I'll see you in another video. So thank you so much for